Executives don't speak SQL, and AI doesn't inherently speak executive. If leadership asks a vague question, raw AI guesses and often fails. This is the real challenge with conversational analytics. It's not just about putting guardrails around chatbots or confining their answers to a specific data set. What you quickly learn is that success isn't about recoding the agent, it's about utilizing human-in-the-loop feedback and executive communication best practices to understand the user's actual language. When executives ask for the same metric in 5 different ways, the AI must be trained to drill down to one single version of the truth. While advanced programs like Dialogflow CX can be built to ask clarifying follow-up questions, the foundation starts much earlier. When customizing an agent to understand human language, it is always better to do it upstream in BigQuery using a semantic layer. And as AI accelerates the building process, turnaround times for short-term transformation projects and products will drastically decrease. But the secret to enterprise AI isn't the model itself. It's the business transformation architect and AI trainer that is training the model to understand the cadence of leadership. Take a look at what actually happens on the ground. This is our raw vendor receiving log for Golden Bowl, a niche grocer for dogs and pets that was experiencing spoilage. Loading dock teams don't log neat categorical dropdowns during a rush. They write freeform text. To a human supervisor, that's clear context, but to traditional relational databases and enterprise reporting tools, unstructured text is just a reporting dead end. Historically, categorizing this required either tedious manual entry or complex brittle Python pipelines, but today we solve this directly inside Google Cloud. By leveraging BigQuery's remote connection to Gemini, we execute an in-database AI transformation across every single receiving record. We instruct the model to parse that doc jargon and assign strict, standardized root causes like temperature failure, handling damage, quality rejection, etc. In seconds, raw, chaotic operations data becomes structured intelligence, ready to feed downstream analytics without moving data outside our governed cloud boundary. The data is structured, but now comes the real challenge, making sure leadership can actually query it without needing to know database syntax. The data is officially structured, but we have a translation problem. If an executive asks our AI, "Where are we leaking money on spoilage?" a raw LLM will most likely panic. It doesn't natively know which columns represent spoilage. This is where the business transformation and AI architect steps in. We don't just build data pipelines, we engineer the semantic layer. We map exactly how leadership talks, their slang, their abbreviations, and their specific pain points. We inject this executive SEO directly upstream into the BigQuery schema. We're actively training the AI to intercept human colloquialisms. By defining spoilage right at the source, we provide the semantic grounding the AI needs to be accurate. This human-in-the-loop governance is at the design level is what bridges the gap. It transforms a risky black box AI into a safe, predictable advisor that is actually ready for the executive user. Now watch the payoff. We step into Looker Studio Pro, and instead of forcing an executive to remember database syntax, table aliases, or exact column names, they type the natural business question directly into the chat prompt. Because our upstream semantic layer mapped spoilage directly to the AI root cause column in BigQuery, the conversational engine knows exactly where to look, and in 2 seconds or less, it renders the breakdown. Leadership gets a definitive single version of the truth without submitting a ticket to any department or waiting on a BI backlog. This single-turn interface solves the immediate reporting barrier, but enterprise leadership doesn't stop at one question. True strategic communication is an ongoing dialogue. When an executive asks an ambiguous question, the next frontier isn't guessing, it's asking the right clarifying questions. In our next phase, we take this exact same semantic dictionary and deploy it into Google Cloud's Dialogflow CX, architecting multi-turn agents capable of context-aware follow-ups, intent branching, and interactive executive briefings. The secret to enterprise AI isn't the model, it's training it to speak the language of the native user. If this architecture breakdown helped you flip the black box, hit that like button, subscribe for more Google Cloud strategies. See you in the next one.